with us as you write
instrumental one more time. 1, 2, 3. And I am
Welcome everyone to Spirit and Song, Living Mussar's first community celebration. We are so grateful to gather in this beautiful space. Bet Shalom, thank you for hosting us. Mike on the mics. Mike is great on the mics. And a very special thanks to Jody Seltzer. I haven't seen Jody yet. Yep, Jody Seltzer. Stand up, Jody. Who not only is it Jody's birthday this week, but she has helped sponsor this event in honor of her brother Robbie's 70th birthday and has made this afternoon possible. Thank you, Jody. Woo-hoo. Feel free to wish her happy birthday many times today. I am Wendy Goldberg, director of Shir Harmony and one of Julie Dean's soul sisters.
And I'm Luke Weisberg. I'm a member of Living Mussar's Wisdom Council, which is a dedicated group of individuals serving as our board of directors. I'm also one of the speakers today. I'm also part of the Julie Dean Fangirl Club.
And raise your hand if you are one of those.
All, right, thank you. And we're really grateful to have everybody here today. Thank you. Living Mussar became a new 501c3 organization just months ago, and we're growing. We're expanding learning opportunities, and we're developing new programs and new initiatives, and we're bringing the practice of Mussar to more people across the Twin Cities and beyond eventually. Today is a celebration of that growth and the impact that Mussar's had on all of us as individuals and as a community.
For many years, Julie Dean was a beloved member of Shir Harmony, the group that's going to perform today. And when she stepped away from the group to launch Living Mussar, we wanted to honor her, and we've given quilts and t-shirts. She said, please no quilts, please no t-shirts, please no cards. And true to her anava, that is, that she asked for no gifts. Instead, we realized that helping her build this organization could be our greatest gift. This organization rooted in anava, humility, kavod, respect, achdut, unity and oneness, bitachon, trust, and chesed, loving kindness. And so today we'll sing together and join our voices in unity and love, celebrating the living, breathing Mussar that Julie embodies, all that Julie is in the community, all that Julie gives to our community and to all of our lives. And we want to give a special welcome to Julie's parents in from Arizona.
Thank you. The ultimate bearers of the gift, right? So first, a little housekeeping. You might need a bathroom. You'll find them out here and out there. Go that way. Please,
Hold on.
yep,
Go.
take a selfie, and after you do that, silence
Please.
your
How do you
phones,
silence
right?
this thing? Is
And
there
if you don't
anybody
know,
under 15
right,
here?
find a
that can-
14-year-old to help you with it.
Yes.
Here's what to expect. You've already heard a little bit of language. You're gonna hear more of it, Mussar language. This afternoon, you're gonna hear stories of Bechira points. This is another bit of Mussar learning here. These are moments when someone pauses, becomes aware, and makes a choice in an intentional response rooted in their values. And these are the moments when Mussar, for many of us, really comes alive. And woven throughout the stories you're going to hear today are songs that we've chosen that uplift the meaning of Mussar, which is a spiritual, transformational path for the sake of a better world. And if you don't know that, now you do, and that's why we're here. That's what Mussar is all about. One more language thing. We end our work when we're learning together with a call and response, and we're going to do that today too. So each of our speakers is going to end their soul stories by saying dibarti, which means I've spoken, and we're going to respond to them saying shamati, which means I've heard you. So we're going to try that one more time now collectively. Dibarti.
Shamati.
Excellent. You all passed the test. Thank you.
You should join a Mussar bar.
That's right. Come to a vibe.
You're ready. For the sake of flow, we won't announce speaker names or song names or composers' names. Those are all in your beautiful program, along with lyrics that you can sing along to. You'll find many opportunities to sing with Shir Harmony. Clap along. It's preferable that you sing on the 2 and the 4, but you know, we're splitting beats here. Help us lift the joy by participating. And as we begin, we invite all of you to take a breath. And notice the values or midot that brought you here today. Perhaps it was your nidivut lev, your generosity, your loving kindness, your chesed, your justice, tzedek, your responsibility, achrayut. Your presence here reflects the midot, and your support helps us nurture them in others.
And your presence here has also already made a huge difference. Just by showing up today, you've helped raise $17,000 already towards our $25,000 goal. So,
are you sure you didn't want just a t-shirt?
we could still
It was
just
a
scrap
nice-
it
it was a
and
nice
get you a
t-shirt.
t-shirt, right? If you feel inspired today, while we're in the midst of this, there's a QR code on your program, and you can, and you're welcome to use that. You're also welcome to speak with anybody on the team who's wearing a red badge. And thanks to a generous matching gift, every donation through the end of the year will be matched. So you've got some time, but if your heart is moved today, listen to it. Thank you. Thank you for being here with an open heart, by the way. Let's lift our voices and begin.
Ahava, all we need is Ahava. That's your whole part. All we need is Ahava. All we need is Ahava. actually need you to clap so I can work my phone to find the note that I need. So please clap again, that's great.
It was at a Tikkun Leil Shavuot that I bumped into my friend Barry between sessions. It had been a while since we'd seen each other. As we caught up in the sanctuary, he told me he was facilitating a Mussar group on his own for the first time that summer. I didn't need to ask him to explain because when we'd met 3 years prior, Barry shared nearly immediately that he'd been involved in the spiritual practice of Mussar for 2 years. So I understood this was a big deal for Barry, and I took the opportunity to tell him how much his enthusiasm and his way of being had always inspired me. I suspected one day I'd find my way to Mussar in large part because of his championship. And I was sincere about that, although by one day I absolutely didn't mean within the month. But Barry paused and said something to the effect of, well, you're here now. You should join up with us. We've only met once so far. I've got this great group. It will be so fun. And that contagious enthusiasm won out over hesitation. The traditional format for Mussar practice involves meeting with a chavruta, a peer learning and accountability partner between gatherings. This is a special, unique relationship that I've come to cherish. I suspect my first chavruta and I were paired up on account of our shared experience of being under 50, but we turned out to have other important things in common. Jacob, known to his friends as Fro, and I both love to laugh and tend to see the good parts of life first. We also take on a great deal of personal responsibility and share a tendency to self-efface, albeit with humor. It took a few leaps of faith for us to move from tentative to trusting, but something in Mussar accelerates relationships. We practiced showing up with vulnerability and in the invitation to be real, my heartfelt self, it felt like one I could accept. So as we developed our Mussar muscles, we also got to know each other on that soul level. Those were the earliest ways that Mussar has challenged me to step up and say, Hineni, here I am, and step up to the call of the present. Fro and I were again challenged to grow as Mussar practitioners that fall when we were given the gift of a third chavrita, Susan, who made us into a trio. We, of course, weren't experts, but as the more experienced members, we accepted the responsibility to lead by example. And as a result of daily practice over months, I started to see subtle but meaningful changes in my relationships. That year, my sister went through a difficult stretch, and we spent a lot of time on the phone together. I would have always tried to be there for her, but I could see how Mussar was helping me give her the support she really needed. As I simultaneously practiced mindfulness, patience, respect, and humility, I could see how those values elevated how I met her, with empathy, making space for her to talk things out, patiently, and then offering more thoughtful responses, which of course included some gems of Mussar learning. Today, Mussar is a living and growing thing that's alive in my identity as a Jew and in my relationships. I love that there's a strong current of spirituality in Mussar, and yet it's completely action-oriented. I feel more connected to God and don't worry about so much about what am I doing here and what does it all mean, because I understand better what I'm doing and what's in front of me right here and now. Being a part of the Living Mussar community is something I do for myself, but the benefits spill all over as I work at becoming a better friend, spouse, sibling, and daughter. And I don't want to keep this community a secret. I find places to shoehorn Mussar into my conversations because the wisdom it teaches applies everywhere. It's exciting to know that we're still in the early years of an important revival for Mussar. As this movement grows, I feel passionate about nurturing it so that anyone looking for deeper spirituality and meaning from Jewishness can receive an enthusiastic invitation like I did. I want people who don't even know what they're seeking to have the opportunity to see if Mussar can help bring them their own Hineni moments. Dibarti.
I'm the same person in my professional and personal life. I'm authentic. My landing page on my law firm's website contains that statement and my photo. That statement has been on the website for over 20 years. The picture has changed over the years. The statement has not. Some things get old, others don't. Who I am and how I show up has always been more important to me than what I do. I've been a lawyer for almost 40 years, and I've worked extremely hard. Law is an ego-driven, tangible, results-oriented business, a fairly low bar in the practice of intentional kindness and humility. Being kind is often labeled as being weak. Eat what you kill is often a phrase used to define the economic realities of the law practice. Eat what you kill does not play nice with kindness, gratitude, or humility. I realized early in my career that my values were not aligned with this approach to work. That lack of alignment was a struggle for me. For me, the conflict between my values and the law business is illustrated in Muhammad Ali's quote, "Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee." Float like a butterfly, my drive to practice kindness, patience, and humility at work. Sting like a bee, my work experience. I'm proud of recognizing early that while I thoroughly enjoy being a lawyer, I did not feel aligned with how the business operated. It has often been overwhelming and consuming, but fortunately, my heart would not let me give up. My same person statement has been quoted back to me several times by opposing counsel. So I know it matters, and I would soon realize that I had been practicing the soul trait of Ometz Lev, courage. Everything changed when I was introduced to Mussar 4 years ago. I was introduced to this Jewish holy practice of Mussar by Rabbi Zimmerman in a high holiday sermon in 2021. Living through an ethical Jewish lens by making intentional choices to show up with kindness, gratitude, patience, and humility, to name a few midot, or soul traits. A few weeks after Rabbi Zimmerman's sermon, I joined a VAD, a small group of Mussarniks, at Temple Israel, my spiritual home my entire life. Now I am also co-facilitating a VAD with 12 amazing people and with my magnificent co-facilitator, Jen Bucklew. Wow, what I have learned, who I am becoming, and the people I have met on this journey have changed my daily work experience and my relationship to work. I meet the constant opportunities or choice points intentionally, choosing to respond with less ego, more kindness, patience, and gratitude. I am also practicing more self-compassion. Same person 2.0, floating like a butterfly in the face of sting-like bee industry. Over the past several years, I have thought about and discussed succession planning with my partners, most often my 40-year-old partner who I work closely with. I am looking forward to my next chapter and new beginning. Those discussions historically have not gone as I would have liked. I took up too much space, letting my ego drive those discussions, looking for him to tell me what I wanted to hear. Taking, not giving. Recently, that has changed. I realize that I am faced with a big choice, and the discussions have shifted for me. Now I approach these discussions with gratitude for what he has done and brought to the firm his way, honoring his need to balance a young family with 2 working parents. My goals and his differ. My timeline is short, his is longer. And in the end, our goals and desires differ, giving him space and honoring him and giving me freedom. It is bigger than me, and it will be what it is. It will work out. As I approach the last years of my law practice, I am grateful for the years of hard work and for how my Mussar practice has elevated my approach to work. This journey is allowing me to become closer to the person I know in my heart that I've always been, Dibarti.
For those of you following along in the program, we switched the order. I think this next song we're singing suits what Tony just beautifully said, and the other one is going to suit what Luke is about to say. So you'll find it. It's not hard to find in the program. In these hard times, there will always be singing in these hard times. In these hard times, there will always be singing. Always be singing in these hard times. In these hard times, there will always be singing. Always be singing in these hard times. In these hard times, there will always be singing. Always be singing in these hard times. In these hard times, there will always be learning. Always be learning in these hard times.
be Mussar. Yes, in these hard times, in these hard times, there will always be Mussar. Always be Mussar in these hard times.
Nothing's impossible, I have found. When my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, and start all over again. Don't lose your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for a pleasant trip and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. This was my mother's theme song. Every morning she would sing to us, and if my sisters and I fell down, she would pick us up, dust us off, and tell us to start all over again. That same Mother Mary, she was a pioneer in the hospice movement all over the Midwest. In fact, she would bring me to the beds of dying patients from the age of probably 10 years old to 90 to sing them Broadway show tunes. And she said, there's never a sad face around death. There is always life. My mom was like having Doris Day in your hospital room. She exuberated life, always life in the midst of dying. So last year, I was given the gift from Rabbi Locketts and Bet Shalom from the gift of Mussar with the amazing Julie Dean. I had been waiting for this gift. Little did I know that it coincided with the last year of my dear Mother Mary's exuberant life. In July of 2024, I was summoned by my sister to come to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where my mom was from. My mom had been on what would be her last vacation, meandering through Door County and eating Door County cherry pie. She was sick in the bed, but she recovered and then went home to Madison. But that year, my mom was a frequent flyer at all the Madison hospitals between infections and falls. I remember studying Mussar that year and Savlanut, because I was sitting with my mom in one of the times she was in her hospital bed, and she just was so frail. And I said, you have to pick yourself up, Mom. You have to dust yourself off and start all over again. And she looked at me and she said, it's not so simple. I'm complicated. I have to have time. The patience was really hard. And ultimately, my Doris Day mom that year was starting to fade. When we were traveling back from Ann Arbor, taking our older sons to college, my young son, we again visited her in Madison at a hospital, and she that time had some oxygen. And my son, Noam, just looked at my mom and said, Grandma Mary, you have to go on. You have to believe. And she held him with all her might. Then on August 26th, I called my mom's phone, and my stepfather answered. And he said, I have terrible news. The doctors said, your mom has pneumonia. She's not going to make it. I ran so fast in that car, literally taking one, not even a stop, to Madison. And like a good Chekhov play, the three sisters gathered at the bedside of my mom. The pioneer in hospices could not even go to a hospice because of the oxygen levels she needed. There was so much love, so much chesed that I had been given in Mussar, so much chesed. And that holy chesed in those moments of life before death, the divine palliative nurses care, they said to her, please, I want you to know that last night, nurse to nurse, your mom told me she's ready to die. And my sisters looked at me and they said, you're her clergy. You're her daughter. You have to give her permission to die. And I reached out with my mom's hands, and my mom's eyes were closed, and my eyes were closed. And I held her and I said, Mom, it's okay to go.
Not long after that, I watched my mom's soul fade away. I told her she's going to Green Bay. She's going to her beloved Green Bay. We're taking you home, Mom, not far from the Packers. They just won. She was going home, and Chesed gave me strength to let go and gave the strength for me too. Nothing's impossible, I have found, for when my chin is on the ground, I pick myself up, dust myself off, and start all over again. Don't use your confidence if you slip. Be grateful for a pleasant trip and pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Dibarti.
You're not alone, you're not alone, you're not alone, you're not alone. We're not alone, we're not alone, we're not alone, we're not. Keep it going. We're not alone, 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 we're not alone. I forgot for a minute who I belong to. We're not the Mama Earth, the wind and rain, the beauty and the pain. We're not alone. We're not alone. For me, the world was created. We're not alone. To dust I will return. We're not alone. I forgot. We're not alone. We're not alone. Who I belong to. We're not a Mama Earth. We're not alone. We're not a beauty and a pain. We're not alone. We're not alone. We're not alone. For me, the world was created. We're not alone. We're not alone. We're not a dust I will return. We're not. I forgot for a minute. We're not alone.
Mussar helped me solve a decades-old mystery, and it spurred me to take a really big adventure. When I was 8 years old, I stepped off the bus to summer camp in the Northwoods of Minnesota, and smelling the pine trees, seeing the sunlight glint off the lake, I had one of my earliest experiences of spending most of the day and the early evening outside. It was a new feeling. I didn't really know how to talk about it, but I loved it. And that feeling was completely etched on my heart. As an adult, I did some bicycling, and that brought the feeling back. I was a bike commuter for a while when we lived in Chicago, and then I did some multi-day organized bike rides, including the Red Ribbon Ride with Team Shalom. There's a couple of Team Shalomites in the room. And being outside for days in succession and physically engaged reminded me of what I had always described as that camp feeling. And on the Red Ribbon Ride, I was raising money for something that mattered. I was surrounded by a lot of affection, a lot of support, and a team full of committed Jews. I felt the camp feeling. It was enhanced, it was elevated, and interestingly, not at camp. And then, in this past decade, I began studying Mussar with Julie Dean. And I learned about all the midot that you've heard a little bit about today. And to my shock and delight, I found a name for the camp feeling, yirah. Yirah is the Hebrew word for awe. And it's this state of being, of feeling, of understanding that I've been experiencing since I was 8. And for a long time, I thought that feeling was just about camp. But then there was the biking, and in studying Mussar, I've sharpened my understanding, and now I get that one iteration of yirah, for me, is the full engagement of my senses in being immersed outdoors. The mystery that was this feeling that was indescribable, and now, thanks to Mussar, it is describable. So with that understanding, I've pursued another midah, hakarat hatov, which translates as seeking the good. And Mussar has given this core feeling of mine a name and permission to seek it. So in July, I began cycling the Mississippi River from its beginning in Itasca State Park. And in 5 segments with 5 spectacular riding partners, 2 of whom are here today, we rode south. And I just finished the ride in New Orleans last week. It was a full immersion in yirah, pedaling a total of 1,800 miles, spending days outdoors, and appreciating how the river, I knew I wasn't going to make it, how the river and the landscape changes, moment by moment. And sometimes, as you follow the Mississippi River Trail, ironically, you are not adjacent to the river. In fact, for sometimes it's hours and even a day or two, you're lost in the woods. That was my fault. But then, some hours or a day later, you turn a corner and there she is, sparkling, flowing, rolling, and often looking pretty different from the last time that we saw the river. And it was almost indescribable again. So the privilege of being able to do this and have this experience is not lost on me, and I'm appreciative that Mussar has given me this language and a structure to talk about it and to learn from it. So now I'm sitting here with this remarkable feeling. It's this combo plate, as you've now seen, with kind of happy weepy that doesn't seem to stop, by the way. Some wonder and just an enduring appreciation of beauty for both place and the people that we encountered on this experience. It was remarkable. And Mussar helped me name the feeling and gave me the impetus to pursue it. So I'm nothing but grateful for that opportunity. So I'm here to say, yes, it's wonderful. And if you have an indescribable feeling, come join us, because maybe it will become describable. Dibarti.
What Luke didn't say is, did you say this, that you did this in honor of your 60th birthday, which was just last week when he ended in New Orleans? So feel free. In addition to wishing Jody Seltzer a happy birthday, you can wish Luke a happy birthday, and that we put this song in this order based on your journey. So this was for you.
Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says? Are you listening? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says? Are you listening? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across the stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says? Are you listening?
Feel free to sing with
Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says? Are you listening? 'Cause the sound of the river, can you hear what she says? Are you listening? Is the same sound as the blood in your body, and you hear what she says? Are you listening? 'Cause the sound of the river, as you listen across the sky, are you listening? Is the same sound as the blood in your body, as you listen across the sky, are you listening? As you put your roots down, put your feet on the ground, and you hear what she says, are you listening? Is that put your roots down, put your feet on your body, as you hear what she says, are you listening? 'Cause the sound of the river, as it moves across, are you listening? Is the same sound as the blood in your body, as it moves across, are you listening? Are you listening? Sound of the river, are you listening? Are you listening? Same sound as the blood in your body, are you listening? Across your bones, are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening?
So we're starting to wrap up our program, and this is a blessing that Shir Harmony has been singing for a very long time. Would you like to come and sing with us? I think you might need to. Lisa, you want to come and sing with us? You might need to come and sing. And Rachel, you know it. This is a blessing for all of you who have been part of this. This is a blessing for anyone who's come before you, who has given you holiness, who gives us holiness. I see some people nodding at me. That's great. This is our blessing for all of you who pursue this, who have come to support this fabulous organization.
For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. We are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreamings, and we are the breath of the ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. We are mothers of courage, fathers of time, daughters of dust, and the sons of great vision. We're sisters of mercy, brothers of love, lovers of life, and the builders of nations. We're seekers of truth, keepers of faith, makers of peace, and the wisdom of ages. And we are our grandmother's prayers. We are our grandfather's dreamings, and we are the breath of the ancestors. We are the Spirit of God. For each child that's born, a morning star rises and sings to the universe who we are. Do you want to take a deep breath with me? Wow. My heart is so full. The final words of the song we just sang, "We Are One," also appears on the lone bumper sticker on our 12-year-old minivan. And they echo the closing words of our central prayer, the Shema, Adonai Echad. My beloved teacher, Rabbi Marcia Prager, teaches humility is knowing oneself as integral to a larger whole, a shimmering thread in a great web. In that spirit, let's bring this wisdom right into this room. Each person here is an essential part of the greater whole of our community. Shir Harmony, you embody the truth that we are the instruments upon which God plays life. Led by Wendy Goldberg's talent, dedication, and values, this group that I had such a privilege to be a part of and still am. This group has sung one another through births, b'nai mitzvahs, weddings, shivas, and everyday moments of simcha and struggle. Your generosity today is a mitzvah beyond measure. Thank you from all of us and our friends out there on live stream. Thank you. To our storytellers, Cantor Tamar Havilio, Luke Weisberg, Genevieve Parker, and Tony Gleekle, your stories revealed the ripple effects of Mussar practice. You modeled humility, courage, nedivut lev, a generous heart. By sharing yourselves with us, you brought us closer to you and perhaps helped each of us grow a bit closer to ourselves as well. To our Living Mussar facilitators, you are the heart of Mussar in the Twin Cities. You lead your Mussar Va'adot, your groups, as a Mussar practice with chesed, loving kindness, kavod, honor, and avodah, holy service. Creating sacred spaces where people feel safe to show up authentically, to grow courageously, and meet one another panim al panim, face to face. To our Wisdom Council, you embody the Mussar practice of Eitzah Tovah, offering good and thoughtful counsel with humility and care. Your guidance keeps us rooted in our values and helps shape the path that we walk together. To our 11 partner organizations, thank you. Thank you for truly functioning as a collaborative network. You live the wisdom of Senator Paul Wellstone of blessed memory that we all do better when we all do better. To my clergy friends and colleagues, I hold you with deep kavod as you sustain and elevate your leadership in these very challenging times. May we all pause with humility and gratitude as we reflect on the dedication to core values it takes to guide a congregation and Jewish community in 2025 and beyond. Volunteers, friends, and family members, you are essential threads in the shimmering web of our collective. Whether or not you practice Mussar, you reflect goodness back to us. Show us where we can grow
and walk beside us on this journey. Thank you all for supporting Living Mussar and Shir Harmony by being here today. Because of your support, I gained 2 beautiful new words in my Living Mussar lexicon this year. Staff team. To Isaac, Andrea, and Jenny, thank you for your partnership in bringing today to life and for stewarding Living Mussar for generations to come. And lastly, and certainly not least, to the 2 people who gave me the gift of life, my parents. Having you here completes a circle. Sharing you with my beloved community and sharing this community with you is a profound blessing. And to Scott, your unwavering love and support are integral and essential in making this dream a reality for all of us. So, my friends, as you leave here today, but first we're gonna nosh and schmooze. But as you leave, we hope you will pick up a pack of Midot cards, a small reminder to help you connect with your core values and align your behavior with them in the everyday moments that call upon us to act and respond. May we continue to grow our hearts, to hold one another with compassion, and may the light we carry strengthen the light we share together today and in all the days to come. Dibarti.
I kind of feel like she needs a standing ovation. Where is she? I know. Let's go. Let's give her a round of applause. No, no, no. Otherwise, I'm going to send you a T-shirt. All right. We're about to, yes, you can be seated, and you know that I'm going to make you stand up in a moment, but sit, please sit, please sit, please sit. When we finish this final song, I think Julie mentioned that you are all invited to nosh and connect in the social hall. We wrap up with the ancient priestly blessing, Birkat HaKohanim, with Ahava, love, Chesed, compassion, Bitachon, trust, Achdut, unity, and so much more. Thank you for supporting Living Mussar. And as we go into this blessing, I'm going to ask Shir Harmony to kind of stand in our positions. I'm going to ask Julie's going to sing with us this blessing. You're going to go front and center with me. Yep. Yep. I'm wondering if Scott and Julie's parents would come up, because your blessings, you sharing Julie with us is everything. How many of you agree with that? Okay. I wonder if Jody Seltzer, whose birthday and who's helped sponsor this, come and stand in the front with her. Yeah. Yes. Come in the front, in the middle of everything. Jody, go in the middle of everything, right? If you are Drea, Isaac, and Jenny, who's already up here, will you join us? Thank you, Drea and Isaac and Jenny and everybody else who helped. Where are you? And she's probably administering something. Yes. That can wait a minute. The QR codes are working. No, come on in, Isaac. Is that where? Tony. Well, okay. Whoever wants to come. Okay. It's very inclusive. Is that a midah of the inclusiveness? Is that okay? If you're on the Wisdom Council, why don't you come up in the back here in the Wisdom Council? Thank you for helping Julie be the most. Yeah, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. If you are a facilitator and you can join us up here, great. Come on up. Yeah. How big is this Bima counter tomorrow? Yes. The QR codes are still working. If you want to honor Julie or anybody with more, that's great. If you're out on the live stream, it's also, the QR codes are also out there. So for the rest of us, I want to say, if you're in a Mussar Vad, I'm going to invite you to stand as you'd like. If you'd prefer to sit, that's fine. If you're in a Mussar Vad, could you stand? If you were a volunteer today, you can also stand. If you are one of the clergy partners, please stand. Let's see. If you are related to Julie, if you're related to somebody, if you like Julie, would you please stand? If you know Julie, if you don't know Julie, but you know one of the Shir Harmonizers, or you're related to Shir Harmonizers, thank you for listening to some old songs and some new songs. If there's anybody who I haven't said, please, we honor you as well, and we should get to know you, because we probably want you to join something that we do. So this is for all of us to share in the ancient blessing that has been given since with the time we had the Beit HaMikdash, the great temple, even before. So here it is. Dibarti.
2, 3, 4. Hiya da dum ba yum ba yum ba. Hiya da dum ba ya. Hiya da dum ba yum ba yum ba da dum ba da dum ba. Hiya da dum ba yum ba yum ba. Hiya da dum ba ya. Hiya da dum ba yum ba yum ba da dum ba da dum ba da da. Ya da da ya dum da yum ba. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da ya dum da yum ba. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da ya dum da yum ba. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da ya dum da yum da 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 dum ba ya.